Monire Mosa. Tampokererani. My name is Lorraine Masia Mbonera. On this channel, Chitumbuka na Lorraine, I support you. I help you to learn Chitumbuka. Chitumbuka is one of the languages, Bantu languages, spoken in several countries in Southern Africa, especially. I'm from Malawi, so Tumbuka people, we are in Malawi, but also other parts of Africa like Tanzania, Congo, Zambia, and places like that. So in this video today, we are exploring the language of excretion, what the body gets rid of, yeah, or something like that. Okay, so without wasting much of your time, let's get right into it. Okay, so human excretions. Of course, it's not entirely human excretions, but yeah, the conversation is around it. So, excrete, as in a verb, like you're excreting, kufumia. If it's to do with feces, we say kunya. Kufuma just means, kufumia means it's getting out. But kunya, if you are referring to poo, then it's kunya. The process itself is kunya. Wanyamazi, mavi, as you can see here, poo, it's excreta. Matuzi is urine. Matuzi afuma. Wafumia matuzi, you are talking about somebody else. That's why you are saying wafumia, somebody else. Nafumia, you're talking about yourself. Yeah. So matuzi can also be kutunda. Kutunda means passing urine. So kutunda. Kutunda. I think it's on here. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, so chamber pot. Some people, I don't know if everyone knows a chamber pot, but it's a pot that people use overnight for I guess in countries where you have adult care services, they also have different types of chamber pots, commode, and all of stuff. But this we're looking at, it can either be an improvised thing like a tin that people use at night, or it can be actual or factory made chamber pot. We call them chamber pot. It's the same borrowed word from English, but just say it's really chamber pot. Chamber pot. Kunyamavi. This is what I was talking about, excreting. Poo. We say mwana wa nyamavi, meaning the child has pooed. Kunya mavi. Mavi is poo. Kunya is the process of excreting. Or kupatuka. Kupatuka is more respectful. You cannot tell anybody to say, I'm going to the toilet, kukanyamavi. Like you don't say, I'm going to the toilet so I can have a poo. You don't say that. So in other ways, even if you are referring to a child, you can still say mwana wa patuka. So without mentioning kupatuka is the process again, but it doesn't mention mavi. Mavi is like you want everyone to start vomiting, right? Because yeah, so because it's associated with that for some people. Something filthy, something not nice, something that can, yeah. So, but if you say kupatuka, it's more respectful. Mwana wa patuka, meaning you're telling someone your child has, has had number two. Just like here, yeah, probably people say number two instead of saying, ooh, I'm going to the toilet, so I can, oh, come on. You just say, I'm going to the toilet. Kuyakushimbuza. So, kutaya maji, pass urine, which is also kutunda. Kutunda matuzi. Maji is a respective way of, matuzi is direct urine. Matuzi, urine. But if you want to respect it, not mentioning matuzi, you say waya kutaya maji. Yeah? You are talking about someone who has gone to pass urine, but you are not saying direct, but everyone will understand because that's the language. So maji is water, basically. Water in Chitumbuka is maji. So, but you are referring to urine, that someone has gone to pass urine, you still say waya kutaya maji. You are talking about someone else. Naya kutaya maji, you're talking about yourself. Usually when people are going to the toilet, they just say, give me 2 minutes, I'm coming. Then you know he's going to the toilet. And you're like, where are you going? Say, waiting, I'm coming. Because we don't usually publicize. I'm going to the toilet. I'm going to the toilet. I'm like, so why are you telling me? You know? You know? So yeah, usually people just say, I'm coming. And then you know that yeah, it's just a quick visit. They'll be back short away. You can still ask, are you going? No, 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 no. I'm coming back. You know that, okay. It's that short visit to the toilet, kutaya maji, pass urine, just like, yeah, passing instead of saying urinating. You're saying passing urine, right? Kutaya maji. Okay. Kutunda matuzi. Mutika is wetness. If someone has urinated on sand, you find the wetness, it's a mutika. So the wetness on earth. I don't think if someone has wetted blanket, we still call mutika. No, no, no. You just say kunyewa. Kunyewa means wet. But mutika is to do with the earth. If someone weed there, say, yeah, we can see your mutika here. Everyone knows, say, it means someone urinated there. Mitika. So if someone urinated just behind the house, I say, kuli mtika wa matuzi kuseri. Matuzi means we. Okay. Mpingiri ya mavi. Mpingiri. I'm even, hey. Oh God in heaven, help me. But yeah, which I'm saying it's a lump or a ball of poo. So that whole thing, after it has downloaded, that lump is what is called pingiri. Pingiri ukuru. Hey, what a big lump it is. So just make sure you use toilets instead of people starting to analyze how big or small the pool is and all stuff. Okay. So yeah, pingiri, it's that thing. Yeah. Yak, yak, yak. Mavuji, sweat. Oh God, I'm sweating. You are removing sweat. So that's mavuchi. Or you can say vuchira fuma, meaning, hey, I'm sweating a lot. Vuchi is sweat. La fuma is coming out. Excuse me. Vishuri. Vishuri is passing wind. The wind itself, it's a noun. Vishuri. It's that is stinky bam bam kind of wind. So if you want to say something is smelling, or it's smelling, someone has passed wind, you say vishuri vanunka, because you know that someone has passed wind and now you're smelling it. You're like, vishuri vanunka. Yeah. Are you guys passing wind? Because it's vishuri vanunka. Kununka is smelling. Mampina is the flame from your nose. Did I include mankanana? Oh yes. Why am I getting ahead of myself? because I wrote the script few days ago, if not a week ago. And so today I just thought I have some time between my meetings. It's at night. What time is it? 20 to 8. My next meeting is 8 o'clock p.m. So in between, I have to do something. Today's date is what? 3rd of February, 2026. But this video probably it will come out on 6th of February, so 3 days away, sort of thing. All right. Vishuri vya nunca. Yeah, it's smelling. Mampina, flame. Penka is a verb. You are telling someone to blow your nose. You can just say penka. Penka mampina. Penka mampina. Blow your nose. So even if you just say penka, people know you are talking about blowing the nose. Breast milk. Maveri. Lukama la maveri. Hmm? It's not excreta, but I guess it's ex excretion, something that comes out of our body. All right. Breast milk, maveri, but okay, maveri is coming back again. Wipe, upipa, mavi. So if you have you tell someone to wipe their face, you can't say pipani mavi. No, no, no. Mavi is poo. So you you tell someone kufyura. Fyura ni nkhope. Face is nkhope. But when you are talking about pipani mavi, mpipani mwana, meaning you are asking them to wipe the child's bum because it's dirty. So that's why I say kupipa mavi. Mavi is the poo, stool. Okay. Kufyura can mean wiping anywhere really. So if you have something on your skin, you say, fyura ni hapa, that's kufyura. But kufyura can also mean, especially if you say furasoni, because kufyura just means removing. So whether you are removing stress, removing, you know, like kufyura son that I wanted to refer to, it's, when something will make you feel bad, but then someone tries to remedy, to put some remedy or to do something to make things better. People say, yeah, which mean matfura son, because you've done something nicer. It could have looked bad for us. So matfura son, you've taken our shame away. Son is shame, right? Okay, matfura son, or but can also mean wiping. Kufura. Vaginal fluid. Maveri. I just slotted this wipe thing here. This is why the flow has been muddled a little bit, because some things I was slotting them after. But this one I wanted to talk together because breast milk is maveri, vaginal fluid is maveri, or maji, or wanakazi. When you say mwanakazi, means a woman. Wanakazi or ukazi, it means you are referring to vaginal fluid. Just like here, sperm, umuna, or wanarumi. So that's that. We are looking at things that come out of the body, right? Masozi, no judgment here. I beg. Tampempani, I beg. Masozi, tears. If someone is crying, masozi ya fuma. Tears are streaming. Crying, kulira. So sometimes when you just see tears, you ask someone, mulira vich, why are you crying? We also have tears of joy. Chimwemwe, chazula chimwemwe. When you're so happy, so happy, which can only be expressed by tears. Okay, uzing. Kutika or kusulula. Okay, so if water is in a pail and the pail is leaking, that's kusulula. You've got a cut and blood is coming out, ndopa kutika. But you can also say ndopa is blood, yeah? But you can also say ndopa sulula. Or ndopa tika. Kutika is just something that has been spilled, but oozing also falls in that. The coming out, kutika, kusulula, kutaika. But let's not get things complicated. Mampoko. Mampoko is, maybe I have them now, I don't know. Eye secretions. So we can call them mampongo or mampoko. But chitumbuka mene ni mampongo. Or with a U. This is why I put a U here, mampongo. Excuse me. If you speak like that, everyone will know that you are a pure tumbuka. For sure. For sure. But if you start saying mampongo, people will think, is she a ngoni? You know ngoni people? And the chitumbuka. Most of the words, especially the ngonis in Malawi, most of all the words they use are the same, except just a few. And even when they speak, we hear it. Only that maybe we don't use that, like this difference I'm talking about here, because they've removed the N and the H and become Mampoko. Or as we are emphasizing, say Mampongo, you know what you are talking about. So if there's a difference, there is a little, but it's just the sound, how we speak, that sometimes is different. Different. No. Here it's not mafu, it's masu. Masu yafunka. MASU, it's a typo. Masu yafunka. This is especially when a child, for example, has an eye infection and he has all these things in her eyes. There's secretions coming out. You say, hey, masu yafunka. You know, the eyes are showing an infection. Mata, saliva. So mata in my culture is very important. It can mean different things at different times. The same saliva from your mouth, yeah? Mata. So when you when you are sending someone and you want them to come quicker, not when they go there, they start playing and they come late, you say, mata pahamba. Mata pahamba just means I'll spit my saliva on a leaf. I don't want it to dry before you come back. So it's a way of estimating time. Mata pahamba. That's one meaning. Another meaning about mata. Okay. I was like, where has it gone? It's there. I trust my subconscious mind. It always brings back everything. So mata can also mean when the mother is very angry, they use saliva to kiss their child. So when your child is very disrespectful, not a child, a grown-up, because you don't do this to a child who doesn't know what they're doing. No. A grown-ass man or woman, and for whatever reason, they've turned out to be a monster. So the anger of the mother some people will spit on the ground. It's not just the mother, this is just an example, but people do spit on the ground, but it's common with women. This is why maybe I'm relating it to motherhood. They will spit on the ground. Even it can be someone who their son maybe has gone away and they don't hear from them. They have gone to another country for many years. People will use their spit to say, I want my son to come back and step on this soil. And they will spit. But mostly people spit when they are very angry and they say, I'm saying this with my spit, and they will spit it on the ground. So it can also be used in that sense to just express your anger so that even the person, usually, like I'm saying, it would usually be with your child so that they can remember that and come back and apologize. But people say something with their saliva. It's kind of like regarded as part, like you're using your own genes, you are using your own, a part of you, but connecting it to earth. So there's something there. Mankanana is sputum. After you have coughed, ukosomora, wakoromora, wakosomora. Or kukoromora mankanana means, when some people they draw it up and it comes out, that is kukoromora. Wakoromora vimankanana pera. So vimankanana is the sputum, especially when someone is sickly or they're cold or something like that. They have a lot of this frame coming from their throat and all of that. Malfira, pass. When you have a swollen leg, a swollen arm, a swollen this, inside pus starts coming out. That white stuff, malfira. But malfira can also mean some of the trees. When you cut it, malfira comes out. Because it's white color, we also call that malfira. But malfira can also mean pus from your wound and stuff like that. Mpenga. When you hear mwana na mpenga, chashuya nchivich, what's the matter? Mpenga. You know that the child has an ear infection. What comes out of our ear? The ears secretions. It's called pula. So what pula means is like, here you have something like this, blue tack. This is, maybe it's not even blue by now. Blue tack, something you use to stick things. So pula means sticky, something that is sticky. We usually get pula from bees. After we've removed the bees, we've removed the honey, what remains is pula, something we use. It's exactly, I think, where the idea of blue tack came from, because pula is like this, except for the color. But that's how it feels. If you know blue tack, that's how pula also is, except for the color. The color is like my skin color is brown. It's from the bees, as we say. So we're talking about ear secretions, which we also call pula because of its brown color. So what we use usually for cleaning our ear, we are talking about villages here, right? I'm not talking about what you use in town where you have this thing. Usually people use a chicken feather, right? There's a way how they use it. Either they take a little bit of saliva again to make it, come together smooth, and then they roll. It feels nice, but it's also very soft and friendly to the ear. So that's how you clean ear secretions. So when you see people putting a thing here, a chicken feather, usually will be that long feather, not small ones, that goes in. Blood, ndopa. Bleeding, kutika or kusulula. Kusulula, we looked at it earlier on where I said when something is leaking, we call it kusulula, but also bleeding, ndopa za sulula. Kutika means it's been spilled. So yeah, like spilling, bleeding. So, but that's the bleeding is kutika. Ndopa za tika, ndopa za fuma, ndopa za sulula. It's all the same. Kusulula is deeper. It's like the chitumbuka that you'll find in the Bible. They'll be using kusulula or kutika. But yeah, that's it. So that's it for today. Let me just stop share. But because at the end I want these videos to show without without share screen, so I have to give it a bit of time at the end without the screen so that you can see all the words. If you have learned any new word, if you have learned something, for me, honestly, my expectation is not huge, especially when you're just starting. Per video, if you can make it yourself a goal of even learning one word, and get used to that, why not? Or if you can do two words is even better. Or if you catch a sentence, for example, that I say, or even what I say at the end right now, Naruta, yewo, taluta, tionanenge, see you later. Tionanenge, bye, bye.